Hello and welcome. This is me playing Forza 5. So, welcome to the 2015 Mustang GT 5.0 liter, and this is just the walk around. And sorry, it's not so smooth. Okay, so first, let's explode it. And if you go in here, you can, you can go in and see the engine. Clearly nothing but plastic to show. So we'll back out. One thing I like to point out is the headlights are pretty awesome. I haven't seen one that does this. So you get the 3 white stripes, and yeah, you get a pretty awesome front end. Definitely stands out from among the competition. Alright, so we will implode this. The other thing is, when you look at the trunk space, you can notice that there's, well, it's hard to notice in the darkness, but there is quite a bit of room for a muscle car. Especially a 2-door. And yes, in the past I've always called it a pony car because I felt that's what it was. And this one, well, it's kind of a hybrid. It's the American muscle kind of feeling, but you get that European influence into a sports car. Definitely a good rival amongst the road, up against, or on the road, sorry, up against many of its competitors, the 2015 Challenger and the 2015 Camaro. Now, if I was to choose, I actually would go with this, and the interior is Y. So the fun part about this, we get to go inside. Now, anyone who has this game, as of Gamescom 2014, you can get this car for free. You just go and download it. Now, this is a game, so don't expect it to do it justice. The default tuning setup means this car, as you can see by that little red light, if you can see it, is track only. When you order the Mustang, you can order the track only key, and essentially that lets you use it on the track. Customizes how everything looks and feels. You can choose how much air is in the tire, you can choose how low the suspension will go, you can stiffen and loosen it, all from the central console there on the steering wheel. If you're not into that, and you're not even looking at the 5.0, just the general in this manual, the cruising features, it's, again, I don't know how easy it is for you to tell, but that touchscreen in the middle is fairly large for today's cars and comes standard in the 5 liter. In the lower model, which is the straight 4, you have to order it extra, and it's, I believe, about $1,200 to $1,500. But if you look at aftermarket, it's really worth it just to get it from the factory. Well, that's pretty much all of that. So we will back out of here, and now I bought this car on their store. I've done 1 lap in it. I have not done any modifications whatsoever. This is stock with the stock blue that's available. So we'll back out of here and we'll do a test drive. I find it's easier just to go through here to activate test drives, if you're wondering. And I always do it on the Le Mans Circuit de la Sarthe, Old Mulcia, I can never pronounce it, this circuit. So while it's loading, I'll fill you in on a few features. The game does look good, but I'll warn you that the physics are just horrible. I know it's supposed to be the great physics engine and such, but it didn't translate very well when it came to the Xbox One. And what I mean is the trigger sensitivity is outrageous. So forgive me if I make a mistake or two. You'll also, if you can't tell, I am playing actually on automatic. I find that the clutch button essentially in this game isn't as responsive as it was in 3 and 4. Now, in this game, you don't have the 2015 Camaro or Challenger. You have the 2014 Camaro, I believe, and the 2013 Challenger SRT8. The biggest difference, I'll tell you, from driving those and this, even though it is a video game, is the fact that it's, well, this is a lot more responsive, and Car and Driver did an amazing comparison with all the new modern muscles and found that the Mustang was overall the best buy and the best bang for your buck. It was faster than the other two, it cornered way better, it braked way sooner, just the suspension on it. You take out all these little goodies on the inside and you have a lightweight sports car that uses that tough new aluminum that the new 2015 trucks are made of. Not all throughout, the front is still pretty heavy, but the back end of it and such is all meant to be lighter. And I suppose that increases the traction a little bit, but you can see on the bottom right there that this is maxed out to about 273.5 kilometers. That's pretty good for a stock 5-liter Mustang. Its top end obviously isn't as good as if you were to buy the new Camaro or the new Challenger, but not by much. The Camaro, the newest one, is, I believe, 2 kilometers an hour faster at its top speed stock. Again, set to the track only mode, than the Mustang, and the Challenger is like 1.5. Like, it's not very much. Now that being said, obviously on Top Gear was announced the new 2015 Charger Hellcat, which will be the fastest 4-door. I talked with my good friend, who is a big Mopar guy, who, was not too pleased with the redesign, and as such has decided to stick with his idea of purchasing a 2010 SRT8, deeming it a better successor. Not more powerful, just a better successor. Now, as we come up, you can find that getting to top speed in this car, is fairly close to the real thing. You get a good feel of this car through this game. Now, I'm not using the steering wheel and pedal functions. You can buy those kits for this, but I don't see a real value yet on the Xbox One. A huge car friend of mine has the Fanatic setup on the Xbox 360, and he let me try it out, and honestly it was probably one of the best experiences for driving in a simulated track racing environment that I've ever found. So this is the final S-turn, and a straightaway to the line. You see my lap time. There we go, about 5 minutes, 4:59:11. It's not my best by any stretch. It's fairly average, but it is faster than I have done this lap in the Camaro and the Challenger in this game. So, in summary, would I buy this car? Definitely. I know Mustangs are a dime a dozen, but I would still buy this car. It's that worth it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys around.